So a few years ago, I went from being a complete mess, jobless, faithless, homeless, and feeling miserable to coming back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reconnecting with my family on a deeper level, making incredible friends, creating a successful business and finding my purpose and being truly fulfilled, alhamdulillah. But the question is, how did I do it? How did I get where I am today? This is what I wanted to share with you in this video, inshallah. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sumaya. I'm a personal development coach and a business mentor. And on this channel, I teach you how to level up in your life without giving up on your femininity and your Islamic values. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share the content with whoever you think will benefit, inshallah. So back in 2020, I find myself being stuck in Morocco because of COVID. I haven't seen my daughter in ages. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a job. I don't have a dime to my name. My family is giving me a hard time instead of emotionally supporting me through my divorce. And to be honest, at this point, I'm really fed up with life. And I keep on thinking things like, how much more pain do I have to go through? And how the hell did I get here? I was always the girl who would succeed at everything she would do when I was younger. I had big dreams, I was good at school, I was very mature, and I took on a lot of adult responsibilities because my parents were immigrants and my siblings and I had to support them with a lot of things. And in a household where no one truly expressed and showed love, I felt like I had to make my parents proud in order to feel validated, and that meant being the perfect student, being the perfect daughter, and later on it also meant being the perfect wife and the perfect mother. But as you can imagine, I just couldn't keep up with the unrealistic expectations that I had put on myself as a young woman, and eventually I broke down, especially since I had so much emotional baggage that I didn't even realize was there. You know, people say, when you reach rock bottom, the only way out is up. And for me, I really remember the day I reached my rock bottom as if it was yesterday. I woke up one morning, I looked at myself in the mirror, and all I could feel was disgust towards this reflection that I was seeing. I truly didn't know who that woman was. It didn't feel like she was me, because she definitely wasn't what I wanted to be. She was a people pleaser, someone who didn't truly know how to take care of herself. Although she looked like she had her life together externally, in reality she was dying inside. She didn't have any connection with her creator. She felt lost. She felt alone. She was constantly looking and seeking external validation, and she would do stupid things in order to get it. I really felt a disconnection to myself, like I didn't know who I was anymore. And looking at myself with that level of honesty led me to make a decision at that point, because I had enough of living a life that really felt unaligned with the potential that I knew Allah had put in me. So in that moment, I decided that I was really gonna do something about the situation that I was not pleased with. And for me, it meant disappearing for as long as I needed to in order to let go of that version of myself that was destroying me. So how did I do that? What do I mean by disappearing? First thing that I did is that I deactivated all of my social media platforms. I needed a break from the world. I needed a break from comparing myself to other women who were my age and who seemed so much more happier. So I shut that down. And I knew how much it was distracting me as well, and how much time and energy it was sucking out of my life. Second thing that I did was that I blocked all of the people that were causing me some sort of harm, including family members. So I removed any bad influence from my life. I removed anyone who was not supportive in my healing journey. And it wasn't difficult because I was already feeling so lonely, but having these people in my life was making me even worse. So I blocked them, some of them temporarily, until I could get stronger and I could face them. And others, I still don't talk to them anymore, and alhamdulillah for that. We didn't have the same values, we didn't have the same lifestyle, or at least they didn't have the lifestyle that I wanted to embody and embrace. Then I started focusing my energy and time into my religion, coming back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my personal development and my growth. So that meant meditating, working out, praying, learning about the deen, eating well, reading and consuming tons of content about personal development, and getting into coaching as well. Self-coaching at the beginning when I couldn't afford having my own coach. Really decluttering my life to the best of my ability. And then I started a journey based on a framework that I call the 3C magic. The 3C's stand for cleanse, clarify, and create. And this is the answer to how did I get to where I am today. The cleansing phase is all about letting go of your past and the stories that you've been holding on to that are not serving you anymore. It's also about purifying your intentions so that you step out of autopilot mode and you stop living this life like a robot. The clarifying phase is the phase where you dive deep into your childhood to understand where your unhealthy coping mechanisms come from and how they're still affecting your present behaviors. And finally, the create phase is the most exciting one. It's my favorite one. It's the part where you reinvent a new version of yourself that's not a people pleaser anymore, that knows how to set boundaries with herself first and foremost by adopting discipline and also with the people around you, in order to protect your energy, protect your spirituality, protect your values. It's the phase where you create a version of you who knows who she is and who has a strong and passionating life vision that drives her forward. And trust me, doing this work was not easy. I had to face a lot of my fears. I faced my inner monsters, my shadows. But I started embodying a version of me who was truly connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it felt so good to finally wake up in the morning and get out of bed with a sense of purpose, with excitement, and to feel like myself, like I had found who I truly was for the first time in my life. Now, why am I telling you all this? Everyone has been sharing videos about how to make 2024 your best year. I've watched a lot of them and they say a lot of good stuff. Most of them say the same stuff. What I've noticed is that the advice that they're giving is pretty much on the surface level of what inner work is like. And I want to do something different for you. I want to go in a lot more depth. I want to give you the detail of this framework that I described to you that has changed my life and that will do that for you in the long term, not just for a few weeks, like what resolutions usually do. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to be hosting a webinar on the 8th of January, inshallah. I want it to be a live event where you get to interact with the women who will be logged in. And I want it to be a very special moment where I can share a lot more about my experiences and the lessons that I've learned that I can pass on to you. So on the 8th of January, I'll be hosting a webinar called The Path to Serenity to show you exactly how you can let go of your past and reinvent yourself in 2024. This event is completely free. There are a limited amount of spots because it's going to be on Zoom, inshallah, and because I want it to be an intimate experience. So make sure that you book yours by clicking in the link in the description box below, inshallah. If you're not sure if this is going to be for you or not, let me tell you who this is for. This is for the woman who, just like my old self, is a perfectionist who in appearance has got it all together, but who deep down truly feels unhappy and stuck. It's for the woman who has a void within that the people around her, her job, her hobbies can't seem to be able to fill. It's for the woman who's a chronic people pleaser and who's tired of being like that because she's emotionally burnt out and she's ready to make a change in her life. If that sounds like you, the Path to Serenity webinar is for you. Last time I hosted a webinar to cover this framework, thousands of Muslim women registered, alhamdulillah, and this is the type of feedback that we got. I can't wait to see you there, inshallah, and hear about your breakthroughs and your insights after the event. In the meantime, take care of yourself and keep me in your du'as. Ma salama.